Bed Bath & Beyond has warned investors about a possible bankruptcy as prices approach all-time low levels. So what do you need to know? Stay focused as we go through recent news as well as my chart analysis and price prediction. But before we do that, subscribe to our channel Stox 101 for regular stock market updates. BBBY's price fell by over 30% on Thursday's trading session after they announced the possibility of filing for bankruptcy. Going a few months back, famous investor Ryan Cohen, who owned a 12% stake in the company, sold off his entire position, and this news led to a crash where BBBY lost about 50% of its valuation just in the matter of a few days. Another factor which led to this bankruptcy was poor management decisions, which we will discuss in detail later on in this video. With losses piling up and revenues lowering down, our opinion is that this bankruptcy has sadly been long due. With all that in mind, let's analyze the charts. So as you guys can see right here now in the 1-day chart for BBBY, and as always we'll first analyze the 1-day chart, then the 1-hour chart, and turn it off we'll get to the 5-minute chart. Now right off the bat we can see that we've already fallen by another 18.6%. So where is the stock headed? Well, first up, if it's headed for bankruptcy, well, we all know where it's headed, right? It's definitely not a good sign. And I did mention in the previous part of this video that the bankruptcy was somewhat well expected, right? And why is that so? In my opinion, well, first up, if we take a look at what they did in 2020 around that time, right? They started dumping dealers and vendors, and they started to sell their own private label brands, which I personally believe was a dumb move, right? If you're able to sell wood, then why would you cut it down, make windows, and sell those windows, right? You already have a market for wood, it's going pretty well, right? You're able to sell it pretty well, you're able to make good revenues. Why would you switch to selling windows, right? Why would you include all of the extra labor, all of the extra, the headache, all of the extra stress, all of the extra skills needed, all of the extra employment needed? You get the point. Why would you add all of that if you already have a successfully running business? First up, right? That was the first point. Second point, well, the company's board of directors forcefully took out CEO Mark Tritton, and of course, all of those roles were reversed and changed up. At the same time, the CFO, the Chief Financial Officer, Gustavo Ernel, he passed away sadly, right? And that, of course, was a huge blow to the company as well. After that, the big investor Ryan Cohen that we already talked about in the previous part of this video sold shares worth pretty much $70 million, which would account to about 12%, right? About a 12% stake in the company, around 9 million shares, I believe, right? He sold that, and of course, it led to a massive crash. When was that? We'll quickly take a look. I believe it was around this period. It was probably around this period that the entire controversy happened, because I don't exactly remember the details, but I'm pretty sure that it was around August or September. So then again, that sums it up, right? Another point is that, of course, the sales kind of fell down, right? The revenues, if we talk about the revenues, it fell down from $11.3 billion pretty much in what was it? In 2019, I believe, right? And after that, in 2021, they got $8.3 billion in revenue. And of course, the revenue, as you guys can already tell, fell down. And the losses that they received grew from $276 million in 2021 to $386 million in 2022, right? So that, of course, is a really bad thing. Or, well, I believe it was in the latest quarter in 2022 as compared to the previous quarter the same year, right? Or rather, the same quarter the previous year. So then again, all of that accounts to a bad thing. At the same time, we can see that we were valued at about $2.4 a share around here on Wednesday, and we're already down a dollar to 1.39. And if I were to quickly take you in the 1 month charts for BBBY, now don't ask me why I'm doing this, right? Let me show you something. I have a point to prove. If we go back all the way back when the company started, look at the prices. $1.4, $1.4. We started around a dollar and we're back around a dollar. So all of these gains, what did I switch to SPX? I'm really sorry for that. So all of those gains got wiped out. We can see that we're up a mere 1.09 to 1. Whatever, 1.39. a 27% gain over 11,000 gains. Now, of course, if I'm factoring this, this is a hypothetical situation that someone bought it over here and decided to hold on until 2023. And of course, he could have sold there, but then again, it's a hypothetical situation, right? The point that I'm trying to make is, wait, let's quickly jump on into the 1 day chart. The point that I'm trying to make is that this company did kind of fail, right? Let's be honest. It did kind of fail. If you have to apply for bankruptcy, you did mess up big time. And that is why I personally am bearish. And of course, well, there's not even a point being bearish at this point, right? Who knows what might happen to the company? It might even get delisted in times to come, right? If, of course, the stock falls below $1, it will likely get delisted. But still, we have to analyze whatever we can, and that will that is why we'll jump on into the 1 hour chart to see what's going on today. And now that we're in the 1 hour chart, we can see that I've opened up the extended trading hours as well. Right, Tuesday went well, Wednesday went well. We started falling in Thursday's pre-market, where we went from 2.39 pretty much to 1.96 in a single candle, falling by 17% in just one candle on the pre-market, the 8 a.m. candle. After that, we did get a lot of selling volume, a lot of further selling pressure. And of course, if we talk about volumes, right, average volumes are up around 12 million pretty much if we consider today's volume as well. Market cap $112 million, which is really disappointing considering the size of this company. Now, of course, if we look at 6th January, right, the pre-markets, of course we fell. Right now we're getting a green candle, but this is just a continuation to the bear trend in my opinion, and we will probably continue to fall. So where are we headed? Today we likely end the day off around $1.2, and once we actually do report bankruptcy, I believe the stock will definitely head below $1, $1, and that would be a really bad thing to see. But then again, you can't really say anything. The company did make some poor choices, and this is the result, the consequence that they got. And with that, we'll jump onto the 5-minute chart and see what's going on over here today. And now that we're in the 5-minute chart, we can see that over here, for example, on the pre-market, we did not get many strong movements. In the yesterday's aftermarket, we did get some strong movements. We fell by about, I believe, 8%, about 7% on the aftermarket. In the pre-market, probably not a lot. We fell by about 3.2% on the pre-market. If we factor in this gap down, maybe 5 or 6%. Still, it's not as bad as yesterday. Of course, if you look at the current price action, we did fall down, hit a bottom around 1.27, 1.28, pretty much 1.27, and then we got a small breather, got supported around 1.35. Let me mark that, 1.35. Then we continued to go up. Of course, we got supported over here at $1.34 as well. Continued to go up, got resisted $1.4, which is well a psychological level, much expected. So will we build a bullish trend today? I doubt it, right? I personally think that this is just a method, or rather a pattern that's in the building. Either we'll continue to fall right off the bat, or even if we get a pullback, somewhat of a breather again over here, we might just get resisted back into this zone around 1.45, get another resistance around here, and then fall back down, right? So in my opinion, this company, only a miracle can save it at this point. And of course, along with a miracle, if they just start to make better management decisions, they might be able to turn this back into what it was. Of course, not what it was on its peak times, but definitely it can be turned back into a $5, $10 stock if they take some good management decisions, and if they try, if they actually put an effort to fix the situation. But then again, I could be wrong, so remember that this most definitely is not financial advice, and you should always do your own research before you trade. If however you enjoyed my analysis, be sure to hit the like button. If you did not enjoy it, sure you can hit the dislike button. You can subscribe to our channel Stox 101 for more such videos, and as always, I will see you guys in the next one.